This week, Harley-Davidson announced that it would be shipping some of its jobs to Europe in order to avoid some of the high tariffs that Europe will impose on the United States in response to Trump's tariffs on Europe. Now, the workers at Harley-Davidson, overwhelmingly, it appears, supported Trump, voted for Trump. And so reporters wanted to see how they felt about his trade policy and how they felt about the potential of losing their jobs. Would they support Trump if they lose their jobs? Well, Harley workers gathered outside of the factory gate. Outside the factory gate could end up as collateral damage, but most are sticking by their man regardless, wearing earphones draped around their necks and safety blinders on their glasses. Most happily volunteer that they voted for Trump and would do so again, tariffs or no tariffs. This is incredible because one of the things that appealed to voters when it came to Trump and what he campaigned on was, hey, he says that he's gonna save our manufacturing jobs, he's looking out for blue collar workers. But even if there's evidence indicating that they are likely to lose their jobs because of Trump, they're still likely to support him in his re-election campaign. So
and this is not theoretical in their case. This is not, hey guys, if the tax cuts don't work out or the tariffs don't work out, you might lose your job 18 months from now. No. The Harley-Davidson jobs are being shipped to Thailand right now. And it is certainly partly because of the tariffs, to say the least. Harley-Davidson executives say completely, it's actually a mixed bag. They had Trump is right about one thing. They had announced some of those transitions before the tariffs, but the tariffs did affect their calculations as well. And now they are transferring even more jobs abroad.
Just to give you an idea, of course, the United States is its top market for the motorcycles. However, they sell a lot of motorcycles in Europe. It's their second largest market. And so, yes, I do believe that the tariffs played a role, but I agree with you, Cenk, I don't think that that's the complete reason why.
And so they say, look, we're gonna produce a lot of the motorcycles in Thailand or India to sell into Europe, not into America, but into Europe, because if we're selling in from America, we're gonna get the tariffs that they're gonna hit us with to retaliate for the tariffs we impose on them. So why would I pay an extra 30% if I'm Harley-Davidson? Why don't I just make the bicycle? Not exactly the right Harley-Davidson. Anyway, down in Southeast Asia, and save myself 30%,
right?
Which makes a lot of sense. That's why those guys are going to be out of a job. And I'm sure that the reporter did it on purpose, but that visual of them having blinders on is exactly right. And in America, politics, unfortunately, for a lot of people has become so enmeshed with their identity that you could do almost anything to them and they still say, nope, I'm going with whoever's on my team and my identity and the one that I got, I could argue brainwashed into, or you could argue really relate with. And so, hey, somebody told me the Bible's pro-life. That's actually not true, but somebody told me that, and that became such a big part of my identity. Yeah, I'll go bankrupt, and my family won't have any food to eat, but I'm still gonna vote for the Republicans.
Okay, so I gotta give you more quotes because it wasn't just one person. The response was overwhelmingly supportive of Trump, regardless of how much this policy is going to negatively affect their lives. Another worker said he wouldn't do it unless it needed to be done. He's a very smart businessman. No, we're hopeless though, but we're hopeless. Look, one thing that I want, well, at least one thing I took away is that when it comes to Trump's base, the core, the 28% of Americans who still support him today, don't try to convince them otherwise. Like, it's done. They're gonna vote for him again. It's over. But I do think it's important to focus on the issues that really matter to the rest of Americans, the real economic policies that would be successful, and how Trump has done the exact opposite of what he said he would do when it comes to the economy. So let me give you more.
But just that quote real quick, Anna. It's almost literally saying, what am I gonna believe, you or my lying eyes, right? My job is being shipped abroad. And he's like, but he's such a, they have cognitive dissonance. It just doesn't make any sense. So they're like, he must mean the best for me as I lose my job because he's such a smart businessman. I've been told he's a smart businessman, even though he went bankrupt 6 times. It's unbelievable. But somehow he got the Republican dolts to go, oh yeah, well that's a smart business move to go bankrupt. Well, congratulations, you now are part of that smart business move.
And they also think, well, I'll just get another job, which, maybe they will be able to get another job.
I hope so.
I certainly hope so, yes. But look, there is just all this misleading stuff in the media about the unemployment rate. Yes, the unemployment rate is low, but once you look at the quality of those jobs, they're retail jobs, they're part-time jobs, they pay very low, wages remain stagnant. It's not as easy as people think it is. So if you have a nice, secure job right now that's being shipped away because of incredibly unintelligent trade policy, just really reconsider your political positions. Anyway, let me give you more. I think he's playing poker. I'll hit you with this, you'll hit us with that. I think this will bring them to the table, unless he's completely crazy. Maybe there's a little bit of hope for this person.
Yeah.
At least that's a possibility.
Eight months into working at Walmart at $7.25, and he might come to the conclusion, no, he was just crazy. I'm not getting a better job. There was no secret plan.
I'll give you more. Asked whether they blame the president or the EU for causing Harley's offshore decision, most say emphatically that they blame only the Europeans. One said, quote, "The president was just trying to save the US aluminum and steel industry." No, look, I understand that. But while he's attempting to do that, he's also destroying other manufacturers in the country that rely heavily on the steel and aluminum that he's now taxing heavily.
Look, it's a complicated matrix, and you have to figure out how to do these trade deals without giving away all of the power to corporations and robbing the American workers. But I just said complicated matrix, so Trump is out.
Gone.
Okay, at some point after he screws this up royally, like he's done with everything else in his life, he's gonna come out, and like he said with healthcare in North Korea, he's gonna say, well, nobody knew trade was this complicated. Except that we all knew, except you and apparently your voters. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.